gentlemen, and welcome. This is the music room, an intimate setting for a wonderful presentation this evening. We're going to show you how we make music at the primary school in 2nd grade. We have the combination of some layering that we'll explain as we go along, and some dances. I think movement is such an integral part of teaching anybody how to enjoy and love music, because it kinesthetically seeps into your soul and it's not going to leave you forever. So we have a great program sharing for you this evening. I'm so excited to show you how they can make one song become a huge orchestral feat. So I have some 2nd graders who are dying to perform for you this evening. So let me present some of the 2nd grade performing a mini music review on how we make music at the primary school. Our 2nd grade class tonight, and our song we're going to sing for you this evening is called Mexico. The Academia of Mexico is on the board. This is how they learn what they are going to perform for you this evening. Nothing is taught by rote, but we really do learn how to read music in class. So we're ready to share with you Mexico. Percussion, which we use all the time. The first layer of sound we're going to add to this is non-pitched percussion, which are tambourines, woodblocks, and maracas. And Mrs. Booth's class is going to do the honors. Mrs. Booth's class, please come forward. The next layer we add on is not musical, but it's movement. We have 3 different layers of movement that we're going to show you that we continue to add to make our song grow. Mrs. Booth class, will you please quietly put your instruments back? Mr. K's class, please come forward. Gigi, you're on the second row by Graham. Don't go up and stay beside Graham, okay? Mrs. Booth class, you may take 1 step forward and have a seat. Mrs. Litchie's class, you may take 1 step forward and have a seat. Everybody have a partner?
Clover.
Clover. Yeah, we had some partner issues that we okay. Clover to the rescue. Oh, okay. The first level of movement we're going to show you is a basic one. We'll do a choreography piece with partner 1, and then we turn around and we do the same thing with partner 2 to get used to having change of direction. Take this 1 step farther and we actually change partners, which is called weaving. So as Mr. K's class goes that away, Mrs. Booth's class come this way. Lennox. Take 1 step forward and have a seat. Nate, just sit down by Graham. Okay. There we go. We got 4 in a row now. Okay, good. Are we ready? Pat? Your turn. Elbow turn and move to the next person that you see. Wrong way, Jacob. Elbow turn and move to the next person that you see. There we go. Elbow and move to the next person that you see. Last time. And bow to the audience. Thank you. The third layer of movement, we take it one step further. Rather than one circle, we use 2 called inside-outside or concentric circles. And Mrs. Litchie's class is going to show you how we use this type of a formation and trade partners. So, Mrs. Booth class, you can come this way. Mrs. Litchie's class, you can go that way. Mrs. Booth class, you may take one step forward and have a seat. All righty. Everyone's got a partner? Yep. Okay, good. And we pat. Your turn. Elbow turn and the inside circle moves to the next person to your left. Good job. Move to the next person to your left. Elbow and move to the next person. Last time. And bow to the audience. Mrs. Litchie's class is going to show you the last layer of sound that we can add to a piece of music to make it complete, and that is playing barred instruments. When they go to their barred instruments, you will see each one of them pick up their mallets. I call it noodling. They have a moment to say hello to their instrument, play a little pattern that's been dancing in their head to get the feel of the mallets and the bars, whether they're wooden or whether they're metal, and then we'll show you how we add layering ostinati into the piece of Mexico. Mrs. Litchie's class, you may quietly go to your instrument and begin to noodle. That's my spot. They knew my spot was coming, so they stopped early. Anyway, I let them do what they want to do till I get to my spot, then we are collective. So they're going to play a scale for you today. They've played a scale since day 1 kindergarten, so that when they get the band in 5th grade and the band director says, let's warm up on a scale, they certainly know how to do it. Ours will be starting on C. Mrs. Litch's class, are you ready for a C scale? 4 times on each bar, not too fast. 1, 2, ready, go. And we go for the ring because we all know we ended at the same time. Give a nice hand. I want to maybe boast for just a moment that if you watch the mallet technique that these second graders have, I think it's pretty spectacular. They're all now playing every beat, every bar with their mallets changing. No one's driving with one hand, and I think it's great for their fine motor coordination, and I think they do a really good job of it, so watch them as they play. Everybody's mallet is about 4 inches above the keyboard, not the range of motion they had when they were in first grade, so the growth is immense, so it really makes a difference when they play. We're going to play for you 3 different ostinati and layer them together. We're ready, not too fast. C, C, F, F, C, C, F, la, 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 baby C. C, 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 F, vamos a cantar, and that's how we layer barred instruments. We're next half of our program, each class has prepared a circle dance and a line dance for you. We'll start with our line dances first. So, Mrs. Litch's class, let's do a little cleanup. Mallets on the desk, mallets on the barred instruments, push them back under, and you may go that way back to your seat. Mrs. Booth's class, will you come forward and make a 2-line set for me, please? And they're ready. The 2-line set formation is what you see. That obviously is 2 lines, it's set up in partners. We're going to show you a dance called Alabama Gal that has a couple of standard set choreographic movements. First is they'll go down the alley and come back up again, and then we have a saying, cast off, make a bridge, and pull through. Casting off is where the outside people go around to the back, they make a bridge, people pull under. So a new set is up at the top of the line again. It's a great little tune. We learn to sing it before we learn to dance to it. It's called Alabama Gal. It's kind of perky, so they got to have some spice in their step, right? Yes. Here we go. Ready? Slide down the alley.
I'll show you how.
evening is long. If we could have ordered dinner, we'd still be dancing. So turn around and bow to the audience. Thank you so much. All right. Mrs. Litch's class is going to show you another variation of a two-line step dance that we really like as well. So Mrs. Booth's class, will you go this way? And Mrs. Litch's class, come around that way. This two-line step dance is called Rural Felicity. It's a basic two-line step dance that gives you the idea of traveling down the alley and back up again and casting off and pulling through without trading places. It's one of our favorites. We all good? Make sure we all got room. Mrs. Booth's class, you may take one step forward and have a seat. Rural Felicity. Dance. Mr. K's class is going to show you, and Mrs. Litch's class, go that way. Mr. K's class, come around this way. You have to sit here. Find Morgan's spot. This dance is called Zip It Up, and it's called Zip It Up for a reason. We're putting together all the choreographic elements of two-line step dancing. You'll see it all. Plus, we're going to look like a zipper before we finish to cast off and pull through. Oh, Matthew. Is Matthew here? Yeah. Okay, thank you, Matthew. Okay. Ready? program are circle dances. So as Mr. K's class goes around that way, Mrs. Booth's class, come on up this way. I'm sorry, not Mrs. Booth, Miss Lich's class, sorry. Miss Lich's class coming up. I knew I messed that up. Circassian circle. With these circle dances, you're going to see, I think oh, thank you, Mr. K's class, you may take one step forward and have a seat. Thank you for waiting for me. I think that we're pushing the mountain of choreographic feats within these second grade dances, and I think this is one of my favorites, and I think they've done a great job of it. Circassian circle is a typical square dance that uses a lot of different movements to it. Girls go in and out, boys go in and out. They do a dance step we call the trifecta, which they love. It's a do-si-do, followed by an elbow turn, right into a promenade handstand as they walk. So it's a nice, slick little piece of choreography that we really enjoy. Circassian circle. This one I could go till the very end, which is like 8 minutes, but I promise not to.
Everybody into the middle. And do it again. Ladies in. Jensen. With your corner, do-si-do. And swing. And promenade around the ring. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, stop. All join hands into the middle.
Everybody clap.
And again. Ladies in. Gents. Corner, do-si-do. And swing. Promenade.
9, 10, 11, 12, face the center. Here we go. Ladies. Gentlemen. And do-si-do. And elbow turn. And ready? And promenade. Here we go. With 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, face the center. One more time. Here we go. Ladies. And do-si-do. And promenade around the room. And bow to the audience. Great job, Mrs. Lich's class. All right, Mrs. Lich's class, as you go that way, Mrs. Booth's class, now come on down. Pancake polka, inside, outside circles. Mrs. Lich's class, you may take one step forward and have a seat. Go one step further. This dance is called Pancake polka. The music is a little perkier, and they do a really intricate pancake pattern with each other. And again, you will see them do a do-si-do. But in this case, they each take turns do-si-doing around each other, and the inside circle, as you've seen in layering of movement, the inside circle will do-si-do and move to the next person to their left. So it's called a mixer, where you change partners. This is Pancake polka. for the evening. We have Mr. K's class. So as Mrs. Booth's class goes this way, Mr. K's class goes that way. All right, we're going across the ocean. Our last dance for the evening. Thank you, Mrs. Booth's class. You may take one step forward and have a seat. Is a Russian folk dance called Sasha. Sasha. And in this Russian folk dance, you will actually hear them count to 3 in Russian. So we like it. You'll see some of the dance steps that we have learned. So you've learned how that's promenade, and that's what we start with. Sasha.
With your partner, promenade.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's an inside reverse.
Face your partner, here we go.
Sasha, Sasha,
Right, 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 left, left, both, knees, 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 right, left, both, knees, right elbow swing, left elbow swing, find another partner and promenade.
Same side, reverse, whoop, good, 15. Can I have Mrs. Booth's class stand up, Mrs. Litchie's class stand up, my sign holders stay in front, and Mr. K's class go back. I'm sad to say it's our finale. I think we just could do this for quite a long time. Our finale this evening comes from a 5th grade musical called Steamboatin' that I did my very first year here at Indian Hill School District, across the street in the elementary, a long time ago, long time ago. And this song has just stuck with me and in the core of my heart ever since I heard it. I thought, what a great way to end a show. The song is called All the World Loves Music, because we know the world loves music, but I think we love music a little bit more. So we're going to present our finale for you, All the World Loves Music, and be ready. We might ask you to do something. 2nd grade, 8 claps, please.
Somehow we just got to sing along.
more fun, them or me. I think it's a good balance. I'm so appreciative to all of you for supporting us and knowing that our intimate situation will be expanded to a brand new auditorium next year. So unfortunately, they won't be able to do it, but all the itty bitties that are around will be able to. I want to thank Mrs. Booth, Mr. Kay, and Mrs. Litchie for their flexibility in rehearsing. It's very challenging in a 6-day rotation that to try to get 3 classes together at one time, but we did it, and we're so glad that you were able to come this evening. The weather was great. What a nice way to end the evening. So thank you so very much for coming. As they leave tonight, Mrs. Booth and Mr. Kay's class will go back into the cafeteria. Please let their teacher know that you're taking them home so we know they're in safe hands. Mrs. Litchie's class can hang right here, and your parents can come up and get them there. I think it'll save time just a little bit. So thank you again for coming. We had a blast. Enjoy. Sophia. Oh, Matthew. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Exclusive coverage on the Indian Hill Television